Good morning, students. Today we are going to study the area of the circle in the topic of circle in the subject of mathematics O levels. So concentrate yourself. The concepts are to find the area of the circle, use the formula area of the circle is equal to pi r square, where r is the radius, that is from origin to any point of the circumference is called the radius. An example is here. A circle has a radius of 14 centimeter. Find its area. Pi is 22 by 7. The formula of the area of the circle is pi r square. Pi's value is given, that is 22 over 7. And radius is 14, that will be placed here. So 14 into 14. So solving it on the calculator, we will get the answer of 616. Unit is centimeter and area is in square centimeter. So centimeter square will be the unit. Another question is here. Find the area of the circle with diameter 6 centimeter. So this is the diameter. Pi's value is given, that is 3.14. First we will find the radius, that is half of the diameter. So 6 by 2, that is equal to 3 centimeter is radius. Now we are going to find the area of the circle. Formula is pi r square. Pi's value is given, that is 3.14. R is now 3. So 3 into 3. Solving it on the calculator, 28.26 will be the answer. And centimeter square will be the unit. Another question is here. A semicircle has a radius of 7 centimeter. So this is the radius of the semicircle. Find its area. Pi is equal to 22 by 7. Area of the semicircle is half of the full circle. So pi r square over 2 is the area of the semicircle. This 2 will remain as it is. Pi's value is given, that is 22 by 7, and r's value is given, that is 7. So 7 into 7. So solving it on the calculator, we will get the answer of 77. Unit will be centimeter square. Another question is here. A quadrant has a radius of 15 centimeter. Find its area. Giving your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So this is the one requirement. And second is use the calculator value of pi. So we will use the value of the calculator and answer should be in 2 decimal places. So the area of the quadrant is required. So look now, area of the quadrant will be equal to 4th part of the full circle, that is pi r square over 4. This 4 will remain as it is. Pi's value will be used, that is saved in the calculator, and radius is given 15. So 15 into 15. Solving it on the calculator will give us this answer. Answer should be in 2 decimal places and unit will be centimeter square. Here is another question. The figure below is made up of 3 semicircles. One is the biggest, second is the middle one, this one, and third is the smallest. So the smallest has the diameter of 6, its radius will be 3. The middle one is having diameter of 10, its radius will be 5. And the largest one is having a diameter of 16. So 8 will be the radius of the biggest one. So the requirement is find the area of the shaded region. So this shaded part is required. The method will be, first we will find the area of the biggest one. And from the answer, we will subtract the areas of the 2 unshaded semicircles. So look now, we have named the biggest circle A, the middle one C, and the smallest one B. So look now, the diameter of the semicircle A is 6 plus 10, that is 16. So the radius of the semicircle A will be divided by 2, that will be 8 centimeter. And the area of the semicircle A will be 1 by 2 into pi r square. R's value is now 8. So solving it on the calculator, you will get this answer. Centimeter square will be the unit. The area of the semicircle B will be 1 by 2 pi r square. The semicircle B is having radius of 3. So 3 square will be used. After solving this on the calculator, you will get an answer of 14.13 centimeters square. And the area of the semicircle C's radius is 5. So 1 by 2 pi r square will be the formula used for this semicircle. R is 5, so 5 square will be used. After solving it on the calculator, you will get an answer of 39.25. And finally, the area of the shaded part was required. So we will subtract the values of two unshaded semicircles from the biggest one. So that is actually the area of the semicircle A minus area of semicircle B minus area of semicircle C. After putting these values and solving it on the calculator, you will get the answer. Statement of the question is the curved parts of the following figures are quarter circles, semicircles, or circles. Find the area of the shaded part of each of the following figures, giving your answer in terms of pi. It means you will not put the value of pi. Pi will remain as it is into the answer. So actually in this part we are having a bigger circle in which a hollow circle is there. So actually the formula for the area of the shaded part in this question is one bigger circle, so pi r square. Capital R stands for capital circle, from which the area of the smaller circle will be subtracted. So pi r square, small r stand for smaller circle. Now you will put the values into the formula. Capital R is, actually this is the origin of the bigger circle, so capital R is 10. And here is the smaller r. So this is the diameter of the smaller circle, so radius will be 5. So you will put 5 in place of smaller r. So after solving it, you will get the answer. Unit will be in square units, so centimeter square will be the unit. In this part, actually we are having three types of these circles. One is the smallest, then the bigger, then the biggest. So this is the smallest, then bigger, then biggest. And from biggest circle we will subtract these two circles. So required area for the shaded part will be, for example, R1 is the radius of the biggest circle, and from it we are actually going to subtract these two circles. Suppose R2 is the radius of the medium circle plus R3 is the radius of the smaller circle. Now you will put the values into the formula. Pi's value will not be placed because the statement is give your answer in terms of pi. So pi will remain as it is. R1 is the capital biggest one, so 12 plus 6 will be the diameter of the biggest circle. So 18 divided by 2, 9 will be the radius, so 9 will be placed in place of R1. R2 is the radius of the medium, so 12 is the diameter of the medium circle, so 6 will be the radius, so 6 value will be placed in place of R2. And R3 is the smallest one, so this is the diameter of the smallest one, so 3 will be the value of the R3. So this is 3, this is 6, and this is 9. So after putting the values into the formula, solve it on the calculator, you will get the answer. Centimeter square will be the unit. Okay, the statement of the question is the curved parts of each figure are quadrants or semicircles. Find the area of the shaded part. Take pi is equal to 22 by 7. So to find the shaded part in this part, actually the method will be, the formula will be, here is a semicircle, so pi r square divided by 2, and this triangle will be subtracted from it to get the area of the shaded part. So the area of the triangle is 1 by 2 into base into height. So now we will put the values into the formula. Pi's value is given, that is 22 by 7 r. So this is the diameter of the semicircle, radius will be 17.5, so 17.5 will be placed in place of r. Base and height are always adjacent to the 90-degree angle, so you may take this as a base, that is 21, and this as a height of the triangle, that is 28. So this is 21 and 28 will be placed in place of this one. After solving it on the calculator, you will get the answer. Unit will be centimeter square. To get the area of the shaded part in this figure, the method will be, this is a square, so required area will be equal to, this is a square, square's formula is L square. From the square, for example, this is the origin of this quadrant. This quadrant, when will be subtracted from the square, you will get the portion, this one. So minus quadrant pi r square divided by 4. So this is the formula for the area of this portion where I have placed a tick, and a similar area is there. So if we multiply this portion with 2, you will get the required portion. So after putting the values into the formula, L is 28, so you will place 28 in place of this. Small r, r radius of the quadrant is 28, so you will place 28 in place of this one also. Pi's value is 22 by 7, and these are the coefficients, these are the numbers. So solve it on the calculator, you will get the answer. Unit will be in centimeter square. The statement of the question is, the diameter of the wheel is 28 centimeter. Find the distance the wheel moves in 10 revolutions. Actually, the circumference of a circle is equal to 1 revolution. So first we will find the perimeter or circumference of the circle. So perimeter of the circle will be circumference 2 pi r. So 2r is actually the diameter, that is 28. So pi into 28. So this will be the perimeter of the circumference of the complete circle. So this will be equal to 1 revolution. So actually we are required to find the distance of the wheel moves in 10 revolutions. So required thing or required distance will be equal to 10 times of this portion. So solve it on the calculator, you will get the answer. Unit will be in centimeters. The statement of the question is, a wheel has a radius 7 centimeter. How many revolutions will it make to cover a distance of 308 centimeters? This is the reverse of the previous question. This is the total distance which he has covered, and this is the radius of the wheel. First we will find the circumference of the circle by putting the formula 2 pi r. 2 pi's value is 22 by 7, and r is given, that is 7. So this is actually the distance covered by 1 revolution. So to find the number of the revolutions, we will divide this value by this value. So required revolutions will be equal to 308 divided by 2 into 22 by 7 into 7. So this will give you the answer after solving it on the calculator. That will be the number of revolution. You will place it over here.